Thank you for joining me for this month's edition of Training Tuesday. Joining me today is Duane Brady, who is the BCO and Zoning Officer for Londonderry Township in Dauphin County. Duane, thanks for joining me.
Hi, Scott. How you doing?
Good. So, Duane, you're going to be doing a webinar on data centers in Pennsylvania and your township's experience with data center ordinances on June 18th. Can you just give a little background on what data centers are and why they're becoming so much of an important topic in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, so data centers are basically anything from your server cart in your computer room all the way up to warehouse-sized buildings that have racks of servers that are processing information, whether it's your cell phone, your social media, internet type data. All those things are flowing through a data center. Any electronic device that you're touching the internet with is touching a data center at some point. Our township, and particularly Pennsylvania in general, we're told Ohio is out of power, Virginia is built out, and they're tired of these things being erected, having the highest concentration in the world. And parts of Pennsylvania have power, land, and the infrastructure they're looking for, and that's why they're coming here.
Okay. What are some of the things that you're going to be talking about at the June 18th webinar?
So for June 18th, we're going to be looking at, like we just said, why are they coming here? What's important for them in their needs that may or may not be in your community? Terms and definitions. There's going to be a lot of terms and definitions in this industry that in zoning and land development purposes we're not using every day, they're new and that are constantly changing. There's terms that are evolving in this industry. And then we'll get into what we did with our ordinance, what we based that off of, and the research we did to put ours together.
And in terms of audience, is this something that you'd recommend both the elected officials and staff and zoning officers attend?
I think it's a good idea, that whether, you're a supervisor, a township manager, the zoning officer, community planner, whatever your role is in that game that we do, there's information there for you that is going to be pertinent to your community. And as far as what's in your community, we're going to give you information about what we know they're looking for. And then you can have that discussion internally to decide how you want to approach this.
Yeah, and I think that discussion, that internal discussion that you just referenced is a huge one, because this, like any other new or emerging land use, oftentimes is not going to be already incorporated in a zoning ordinance. So that preparation that you're talking about is key. Duane, I appreciate you joining me today to talk about the upcoming webinar, and obviously we thank you for doing that webinar. Again, for folks, that is going to be on June 18th from 12 to 1 p.m. For members of PSATS who are also members of the webinar Power Pass program, this webinar is free, no additional cost for anybody. It will also be recorded for on-demand viewing for anybody who can't make it with us on June 18th. Duane, thanks again for joining us.
Thanks, Scott.
In addition to Duane's webinar on June 18th, we have a full slate of other webinars this month. Also, we have Secretary Manager Summits in State College on June 17th and 18th, and then also in Cranberry Township in Butler County on June 24th and 25th. There's also a Code Enforcement Academy in Lehigh County on the eastern part of the state on June 17th, so a lot going on in PSATS's education world. We also scheduled another Code Enforcement Academy for Cumberland County in late August. You can go to psats.org for more information about that. And then finally, looking ahead a little bit more, the regional forums will kick off on August 6th in Erie County, and those will run through the end of October at 8 locations around the state. For more information about any of PSATS's seminars, regional forums, summits, classes, and webinars, you can go to psats.org. And thanks again for tuning in to this month's edition of Training Tuesday.